Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Kari and today I'm doing my March TBR. I didn't get quite through my entire February TBR, so there are two books on here from that as well, and we'll start with those. The first one is The Burning Time by Virginia Rounding. This is Henry VIII and Mary Tudor during their respective reigns as they try to make England follow their religious beliefs. I still look at this book every time, one because it was on my TBR, two because it's bright red and I'm just really interested in it, so I am planning on this being one of the first books I read in March. The other one is The Devil in the White City by Erik Larson. Like I said, I didn't get to everything on my February TBR, so instead it's going into March. This one is Chicago in 1893. That's really all I know about it. For the longest time I thought it was a fiction book, which it clearly is not. But I am quite excited to get into this because I've heard really good things about Erik Larson, and this book has been on my TBR for several years now. Alright, and I'm actually keeping it to a fairly minimal TBR. There's 6 books on here, just because I don't really know what I want to read this month. So I'm just gonna basically grab a book from my shelf and go. But these 4 I do want to get to. Or these 6. So the next one is The House of the Four Winds by Mercedes Lackey and James Mallory. So this one follows a royal family, specifically this one daughter. Each of the daughters are raised with a very particular skill because they're not going to be these useless empty-headed princesses. The main character in this, Clarice? Yep. Has basically a pirate's upbringing. She learned swordplay and all that kind of fun stuff, and so she goes off onto a ship to see the world and meets this guy Dominic, and the story starts from there. I have no idea if there's romance. There tends not to be a whole lot of romance in Mercedes Lackey's books, which I appreciate, so I'm really excited to get into this one. Also, this one has been on my TBR for probably 3 or 4 years now. Next up is one of my more recent buys, which is The Girl in the Tower by Katherine Arden. This is the retelling of a Russian fairy tale. I don't know any Russian fairy tales, but I'm kind of on a fairy tale sort of kick right now, and also I just want to read it because it looks pretty. So this is on my list. And then the last 2 are actually the completion, I think, of a series by Chris Colfer, which is The Land of Stories. So I want to read An Author's Odyssey and Worlds Collide by Chris Colfer. These are books 5 and 6. I've read books 1 through 4, I think last year, and I actually enjoyed them, but now I finally want to finish the series so that I know what exactly happens after the completion of book 4, because that one left me with way too many questions. But these follow 2 kids who have this ability to jump between the fairy tale world and our world. There's a lot more to it, but that requires spoiling the first 4 books, so that's all you're gonna get. They're really good books, they're middle grade, and they're just fun. Fairy tale retellings, all that kind of stuff. As a side note, I don't have it yet, but I will be reading Joce from Scribbles Reads' March pick, which has something to do with we will never meet in this life, or we will never talk, or something like that, and there's a cat on the front and it's yellow. I'll post a picture because I can't remember the title, but I'll be reading that one in March too. Like I said, I'm keeping my TBR for March fairly small, at least comparatively. It's only 6 books. Hopefully I have time to get through all of those and more, but I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up down below. If you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button down below. As always, I will leave my Goodreads link down below if you want to check out what I read. So I will see you in my next video. Bye!